Pause. Today, we're interviewing Thomas Ballard with Smart Tactical on Instagram and YouTube. Okay. Hello, everyone.
You want to start over?
Okay.
I was not even looking.
He wasn't even ready. You got to stay ready. And remember, your mic is right there.
Yeah.
Make sure it's on. Yeah, it is. Would you like to start it off?
No, it's your channel. I'm just a guest. I'm just a guest. What are we doing today?
Today, we are Dryfire.
Who are you?
First of all, I'm the wife, Miss Ballard, okay, aka wifey, aka
So this is Olivia Shot TV.
Olivia Shot TV, of course, aka Queen Supreme by my husband. And who are you?
Thomas Ballard, aka Thomas Ballard, husband, Thomas Ballard, aka Buster Wolf from Smart Tactical.
Smart Tactical, right?
Yeah.
On YouTube?
No.
Where?
On Instagram.
And what can they do? Exactly. You can follow his page and see the videos that he has available. What?
Yeah.
And Olivia's Shot TV. And then I also have the official Olivia Shot TV. So you can go check that out as well. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube as well. So go check out those videos. Now, it is very important to dry fire on a regular basis to stay consistent and just make sure you practice. Like how we have this on right now is all good and dandy. That's if you want to practice for the range, and if you do, competitions and stuff like that, you're good to go. But what we're going to do is some of this, we're going to do some of, like, we're just regular
concealed carrying.
Yeah, and that's it.
Because you're not going to see people randomly walking around like this.
Exactly. If you do,
yeah, you might want to think of the location you're at. But
yeah,
for most self-defense situations, you're probably going to be concealed carry, which is what I typically agree to do, concealed carry. Some people do off the body carry. They may have a bag or a satchel. I don't endorse open carry because you set yourself up like, a target for getting your weapon system taken from you. But for the most part, we're going to be doing as if we were running a tactile situation.
Yes, exactly. And I have this on, and plus a band that women wear. You just put it on, button it up front or back, and you're able to slip it on either side. They even have a SIG, I can't remember the name of it, that one of our friends had at the range. It was a SIG, and it was extremely small, like the bodyguard, and it was able to fit inside. It could fit inside the vest. I have this one, and it cannot fit inside the vest. It has the light as well as my SIG. Those are regular size pistols, but the bodyguard and that small SIG are more, I guess, compatible with like the vest and different things like that, so it won't print out as much.
You want to acclimate yourself to your range?
Yes,
okay, sir. So right now we have 5 targets, which are roughly 7 yards from our area. This is a good bill drill distance. For those of you who are going to do a bill drill, 7 yards is a decent starting point. I know some people out there that shoot a little further, but 7 yards is a good starting point. So this is where our 5 targets are, within 7 yards of our location, which is also a good distance to get a nice draw. This is pretty much, I won't say textbook, but this is almost like the distance where most pistol engagements would be at from this distance. So,
what you say about my mama? No, okay.
So if you want to get a couple timer dry fires just to get yourself acclimated, you can do so.
Okay.
And draw at your own leisure.
Okay.
I'm gonna gauge where I am.
I have to get used to my level 2 retention. So once again, because I'm so used to just, and that's it. So back at it.
Yeah. So in the case of like concealed carrying. Since you're concealing, I don't suggest you get any type of like additional retention, because pretty much it depends on how you're carrying. If you're carrying as a 4 or you're carrying, I like appendix carry.
Yes.
So my kit's right here in the front. It's, you know, easy concealable over a sweatshirt or t-shirt even. I don't recommend having like a secondary type of retention, because you already know what your weapon system is. You don't need that one extra guard, safeguard, because nobody knows, or nobody should know, that you're carrying, unless you're printing.
Exactly.
You need to figure out a way on how to conceal that. So I definitely just went a slip, you know, something easy I can slip and engage the target. However, if I am in a tactile situation, or if you are open carrying, I don't agree with it, but if you are open carrying, you need to have some type of secondary, at least secondary level of retention, so nobody can just come up in here and grab it. These have thumb guards pressed in. You have to actually depress the thumb guard in order to retrieve the weapon system. So if you just kind of come in and somebody tries to give you a little like that, well,
you can turn around.
Now you got to go to war. Yeah. You got to fight for your weapon. But there are other things, level 3, where they have a guard that comes over the thumb depression, and then you release the weapon system. So in this case scenario, at least a level 2. At least a level 2.
And what level would you do for competitions?
Well, I don't shoot competition. That's not a thing for me, although there are a lot of people out there that do competition. I don't think
shout out to
who we shooting on?
One of the #1 competitive shooters that we know.
So shout out to Nguvi Naisi out there. Y'all might know him as well. He's a range therapist. That brother,
what? Don't play
fast with it, and that's his forte. I've taken a couple of his online dry firing courses that he's given in the past. He had stopped, but now he's picking it back up again. Nice. He's down in Florida.
Matter of fact, yeah.
We need to try to put a link.
Yeah. So
this is not
check him out. Range Therapist on YouTube, exactly, and Instagram. We commend him for his many years of competitive shooting and his knowledge of weapons. So big up Will.
He's a Glock fan.
Oh,
he's a Glock fan. But hey, no,
it's still good. But yeah. So if someone wants to get into competitive shooting, how should they train, would you say? Would they need this to train?
So again, competitive shooting is not gonna have a lot of the gear that we have on. You're not gonna see competitive shooters walking around with war belts. They may have a similar belt setup, but you're not gonna have like fanny pack assistance. You're not gonna have on tourniquet. You're not gonna have on this gear. This gear, like I said, is for tactile situations. Again, I hence stress, I'm not a competitive shooter. That's something that I just never got into. Although I take notes from some of the competitive shooters on how to be faster at the, draw and target acquisition and stuff like that. So again, I suggest you contact one of these individuals that we shout out. I mean, there's plenty of them on.
Anyone else?
Well, man, there's Trey Barber.
Okay.
Yes. Let's see, Quasi Asante. He's another individual.
Yes.
Man.
Oh my gosh.
Stephanie. What's Stephanie?
Stephanie. Yeah. I can't forget my girl Stephanie. She is so transparent and she keep it real. She knows, like, some people try to make it seem like it's perfect, like they got everything down packed, but she is so real and transparent. She shows like everything that she goes through when she's doing competitive shooting, and big you up as well, Stephanie. So I think a little bit of whatever you want to learn from different people will be great. So those are the people. We'll try to tag everyone in the video so you could go follow them, check them out, and build up your skill too.
Oh, okay. So did you acclimate yourself to the range? You did not.
Acclimated.
Okay.
Should I run around and do it?
No.
But then I'll get flagged. And if you didn't know, that's one thing that we're going to teach today. Do not flag each other. Always make sure, your weapon, if you have a safety button, make sure it's on safe. We always make sure ours is cleared. There's nothing in here but...
This is a training aid. It's a false round. So that way, because when you have striker fire pistols, right? Striker fire means that there's no hammer in the back. So the action is in here. When you have a striker fire pistol, this allows, you can see it in here, this allows this to cycle. So if I shoot it, it doesn't allow the slide to lock back. It just continues to go, so I can just keep shooting. Hammer fire is a little bit different, but this is it's a dummy round pretty much.
So with this, I'm going to show you guys, I am clear. Y'all can see that. And I'm going to put it down so I won't flag him regardless if I have something in it or not. We never, I'm going to use my hand, want to point at each other. Never. You never know. You might say, oh, I thought the weapon was clear. It's better safe than sorry.
That means you have all your equipment before you do dry firing. And please make sure that there are no ammunition within the training area.
At all.
Which is why we will, again, double check that mag.
Empty. Everything is in here.
So your weapon system is up. And you're gonna hear a distinct. Your slide should rack to the rear. Okay, your slide's gonna lock to the rear. Right. In that case scenario, that was a fast transition. But if you're gonna sit here and shoot boom, 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 and I'm gonna lock this intentionally because, like I said, I have that type of. Your slide's gonna lock to the rear. Boom. You don't want to bring the gun back down. This is not a good workspace because now you're looking for a way to mitigate and put it in, right? So keep the weapon system
when you
up.
Should be.
So,
yes, sir.
Yeah, so if I was to go ahead and boom, 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 slide to the rear, I'm dry. I want to keep the weapon system in front of me. I'm going to drop the magazine. At the same time, I'm going to come on up and insert into the mag well, right? Making sure that I got a good seat because you don't want the mag to fall out once you shot. I've seen it in all scenarios.
Exactly. And another thing I want to point out is if you have a RDS, you could practice with that, but make sure you also practice with your iron sights. Because if your RDS goes out, then
so you might have some people out there that don't know what an RDS is. You may want to give them an explanation because I would be like, RDS, is that like, is that my initial?
So what is it?
So RDS is a red dot sight, red dot system. Pretty much what you see on the weapon system here. It's a red dot. I came up without red dots. I was always iron sights, and being iron sights meaning, your front sight aperture along with your rear sight aperture, you would line those up. And then you would be able to, get a pretty guesstimate. I would even say a guesstimate. Okay. Where your round was going to go. There's a lot of factors in there too. But however, I still know how to shoot irons because if my red dot does go down,
exactly,
I still know how to get back on it. I can. Okay, you know what? It's down. Because this weapon system and her weapon system, the red dots co-witness with the iron sights. So if that dot goes away, we're already there. Focus on your irons. Use the irons. Get back on target. Engage as fast as you can. Finding a dot. When I first started, finding that dot in my window. Where's the dot? Where's the dot?
And it's right there, and you're like, oh, okay.
And so you definitely had to dry fire. You definitely had to practice with it. You definitely had to take it and expand rounds. You have to expand rounds. I know we have a lot of training aids, like Cool Fire, Mantis. Those things are great.
Cool Fire.
Because it just saves time and money.
Yep.
And even, I can't really speak for the Mantis. I know the Cool Fire gave you an actual recoil mechanism so you could simulate shooting. And I'm like, okay.
That was fun.
But I still had to use the red dot. I still had to get on the red dot. That's when I was running M18. The beloved 320. It doesn't come out the shape anymore. But, the That was
I'm still gonna practice.
That was then. This is now. I mean, in any case scenario, if I, real scenario, shoot.
And she never gave me problems. Okay, so a lot of people have questions out there about why do some have red dots and why do some have green dots.
So,
I preferably like the green dot, but
okay, I don't wear glasses, but I do have stigmatism. I have slight stigmatism. Red dots, depending on the quality of the red dot, if it's your inexpensive red dot, I'm not going to call any company names out there because there are plenty out there from, Amazon to, Walmart, wherever, or even your local, gun store, Cabela's, Bass Pro Shop, whatever, Academy Sport. The red dot has been known to give a symptom called starbursting. And it depends on the quality of the red dot, but it also depends on the level of stigmatism. I have a decent red dot from Leopold, right? Now, this is a very well put together red dot. However, it still gives me starbursting because I have stigmatism. I can't get around it. Now, their green dots, no problem. It's clear. With me, with red dots, I have that. I don't know what it is. It's just an issue. But once I magnify that red dot, it goes away.
Yeah.
On my rifle, for instance, my 300 blackout, when I'm running the SIG Pro and the magnifying system, the red dot is very clean and crisp, but I still have a stigmatism. But once I magnify that, it's very fine and distinct, and it doesn't give me issues. So before you go out and purchase a dot system, make sure that your vision, you want to consult, not your eye doctor, but if you know that you're wearing lenses or something and you're having problems, try to see if the green will help. Try to see if the green dot will help, because there are some instances that a green dot will assist.
Yeah, because I realize I have a green dot and I see the difference between, I have a red dot and a green dot. And I like the green dot because it's just like so clear and precise. It's just like right there. I wear corrective lenses. I have stigmatism. So it works well for me. Another question a lot of people have, should they close one of their eyes or should they utilize both eyes when shooting a target?
Okay, so again, going back to what was learned and what was corrected. Yes. Military training. Okay, I gotta touch on this.
Come on.
Military training. We were trained to shoot with one eye open, your dominant eye open, and you would close your other eye. So in shooting a rifle, I was trained that I was right eye dominant. And they had right eye dominant. And they had this trick, right? They had this trick, and it still is valid today, where they tell you to put a triangle, and then you bring it to your face, and whatever eye that you more so favor, that's your dominant eye. Well, come to find out, I'm neither. I'm cross-eye dominant, and I have a selective field like this. But in the military, I was always trained, okay, shoot like so, right eye. Well, in a combat situation, let's just say I'm engaging a target. My target is at my 12, and I'm shooting. So if I close this eye and I'm shooting at my 12, I can see my 12 through my 3, right? I can see my 12 through my 3. But what I can't see is my 12 to my 9. And so that's a blind area right here. Now I know the target or the engagement situation is in front of me, but if there's anything that's coming from this degree, of this 180, if this 90 degree has things going on, activities going on, I am unaware unless someone calls it out, and now I have the ship focused. With both eyes open, my 180 and a little bit beyond, right, my peripheral, I can see everything. So if I'm shooting at 12 and I see something at 2, I can engage the 2. Something kicks off at the 11, I can engage the 11, the 10, the 9. Why? Because it's all in my field of fire. I had to learn that. I had to relearn myself with rifle first, and then with pistol. to not sit here and, do that, because if I'm like this, yeah, I get it. The right eye is seeing a little bit more, but there's still this area here that I don't see, versus me being here and I can see if I need to make a transition. I can cover all those areas.
It's literally like a blind spot.
It is a blind spot. It's a huge.
So, anything else would you say or give advice pertaining to beginners, I should say?
Get training. Get training. Reputable trainers. Find someone in your area that is a reputable trainer. And just make sure that you're vetting the people that are training you. Because it's everybody out there who's ever been a police officer, or I was in the military, or whatever. Not everybody is certified, or should I say, not everybody who has a weapon system can train. If you can't take what's on paper and translate it to your student, put the weapon down, let somebody else that's been in the game for a while, that has the certs, that knows what they're doing, that follows the safety protocols, do it. Because I've seen too many videos where people have lost their lives or close to losing their lives because of a certified trader on paper who has no business, he or she, being
where and
inside the trigger well.
And you should never have it in there unless
you have a positive identification and you're ready to shoot.
So there's a lot that goes into being responsible with a pistol, with a weapon, period. And if you're not responsible, you should not have one. So with that being said, I want to thank you for allowing me to interview you and educate the people out there. And we have a video coming. Okay, sir.
Two, no reload.
Okay.
Just 2 and 2.
Okay.
Why your mask keep coming over here?
They like you.
Oh, it should be to the front or left.
We'll try to.
There you go. Nah, my man, you trying to take mine. See how you're trying to take distinct plate.
Us wives, we like ours and theirs too. We share ours too. We do. You sure you got all of them?
Yeah, I'm good. One more time.
One more time.
That part up. So we're gonna do a dry run of that.
We're gonna do a dry run of that.
Right. So no timer, but I'll signal a beep. Beep. So you're gonna draw your weapon system. Center.
Oh, center, then left.
Then left. I'm going to shift left. She's not gonna step on my feet. And we're gonna do that one again. She's not gonna step on my feet. We're at 130 seconds. So if I was to draw the weapon system, we're doing a dry one. We're going to go center, top left, and we're going to focus on that target at our 2 o'clock. When you see our body shifting, our postures moving, so that we do not flag one another. Are you ready?
No flags.
This is a dry run. So weapon systems presented. 1, 2. I'm shifting. 3.
Stepped on you again, my love.
That's all right. You didn't have to say that because they didn't see it unless you got our feet. Anyway, we're going to do that one more time. So just in case my feet do not get hit. All right. So weapons are presented. Beat. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
3 on the last one?
Yeah.
Cool.
So 2, 2, and 3. All right, we're timing it now. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. There's no reload on this.
Okay. One more time. Yeah.
Don't put that in there.
What?
That part. This is mine. Actually, this is the dumb plate. This is mine.
Where's mine?
I don't know. You need to track your always keep track of your weapon system and all of its accessories. These are mine.
Thanks, husband.
No problem. All right. So now that we're going that, we're gonna go in reverse. Top left.
I was trying to reload already.